The first measure under measures of central tendency is mean. What do you mean by measures of central tendency? We have already discussed in the previous videos, like uh, finding out the concentrated value about the given number of observations. That means finding out the standardized value within the given number of observations, so that this one particular value will describe the complete population. Population means if you are given 10 number of observations, or some past percentages are given for some students. Now, if I find out one value, that value will describe the complete number of students. Let us suppose in a classroom, there are 60 people are there. If I got to know the value as 60 percentage, by that value, I can describe the class that they are first class students. Now, if the average value of the given number of students is 56 percentage, by seeing that value, I can say that on the average, the students who are there in the classroom are of second class students only. So that is how we find out the answer, that which is called as a centralized value. So to find out that centralized value, we have three measures. First one is mean, second one median, third one is mode. Now let us see to the concept of mean. And we have three categories of formulas. That means when the data is simple, moderate, and it is typical level. We have three categories over here, which is called as n observations, ungrouped data, and grouped data. We have three categories of formulas over here, and we'll be solving those three formulas in the same class as of now. Now, before that, mean is also called as average. Most of the people say that, what do you mean by mean? They simply say that it is an average. It's a synonym of a mean, but not what exactly we are saying. Mean is nothing but it is a common value of a given number of observations. It is a standardized value out of the given number of observations, which can describe the remaining elements within the given data set. Okay, so here when n number of observations are given, we use the formula which is called as summation x by n, that which is called as sum of the observations by total number of observations. The generalized formula of mean is sum of the observations by total number of observations, and mean is always denoted by x bar. Either it can be capital X or small x, it doesn't mean that, but most of the time we used to represent with a small x with a bar on it. Let us move on to the problematic part. See, first of all, I'm going to solve on n observations. Then we have ungrouped data followed by the grouped data problem. See, for n observations, we have a formula called as x bar is equal to summation x by n. Let us solve this problem. We were given one example over here. Some observations are given. These are called as n observations. It can now n observations means 7 observations are given to us. If 10 observations are given, it is called as 10 observations problem. So in such cases, how do we find out the mean? We have only one formula to find out the answer is x bar is equal to sum of the observations by total number of observations. Sum of the observations is nothing but simply adding those values. That is 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 plus 5 plus 6 plus 7 whole divided by total number of observations. How many observations we have? 7 number of observations. So by this, what is the answer we get by adding these values? 1 plus 2 is 3, 3 plus 3 6, 6 plus 4 10, 10 plus 5 is 15, 15 plus 6 is 21, 21 plus 7 is 28. So our answer is how much? 28 divided by 7, and the answer is 7 fours are 28. So what is the answer of the given distribution? C. This is the answer what we get by adding the observations and taking the average. Okay, sum of the observations by total number of the observations, the formula what the answer we got is 4, and this 4 is the standardized value of this given distribution, which can describe the complete data set. It is a small problem. Once we get on to the typical problems, then you can understand what exactly that particular value is going to do. Now let us move on to the second example. Now let us suppose there are these many number of observations which are given to us. Now how do you find out the mean? Again we have the same formula, like sum of the observations by total number of observations. then what? How do we solve this problem? Simply 0 plus 0 plus 0 plus 0 plus 1 plus 1 plus 1 plus 2 plus 1. So we add all the number of observations divided by total number of observations. Finally, we get the answer. But sometimes what happens here, we try to miss out some value. Instead of 7, I might type 8 or whatever. See here itself. See, I have typed 1 for 2 times. Immediately third one also I have typed 1. But in the given observations, after 2 times 1 is repeating, I'm having the observation 2. That means if the number of observations are increasing rapidly, then finding out the answer for such problem will become some difficult for us to do. Of course, if you are very clear in doing the calculation, you might get the answer, but it takes some time. But the thing is that we have to solve our problem within time, right? So doing smart work is the best one instead of doing the hard work. We always need to concentrate on the smart work. So what do we do? Now I try to simplify this problem so that I can get the answer in 1 or 2 steps itself. So what do I do? I'll have some concept over here which is called as x values and frequency value. Now x means what? What are the observations that we find out in this group of values? I can find 0, I can see 1, 2, 3, 4. Next I have 5, 6, 7, 8. We have these many number of observations, right? And out of these, now identify how many number of times the 0 is being repeated. Here 4 plus 2. That means 0 is repeating how many number of times? 6 times. And 1 is repeating how many number of times? 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. And that means 1 is also repeating 6 number of times. That is how if I convert my problem into this manner, then I have some other formula to find out the answer which make my problem very simple. And before finding out that, let us see what is the concept of this frequency. Frequency is nothing but number of times an observation is being repeated, and number of times an observation is being repeated. That means 0 is repeating how many number of times? 6 times. 1 is repeating 6 times. That 6 times is called as an frequency of an observation. What is that observation? Observation is called as an x here. Okay, now let us move on to the concept of ungrouped data. See, we have a problem over here and a formula with that. For ungrouped data, we have a formula which is called as x bar is equal to summation f into x by summation f. See, by seeing the problem, do not get worried about how to solve the answer. Simply see the formula and try to get those values. We were given two values over here. What are those? X values have been given to us and f values are also given. Now how to find out these values? Summation f. Summation is nothing but addition of frequencies. Okay. Now what is the numerator here? Summation f into x. Summation means addition of values. So before addition, what should I do? I need to multiply f into x. Okay. Once I multiply them, if I add that, I'll get the numerator. Anyways, the denominator is addition of frequencies, so that I can get the answer simple. Now, let us take this example I've made into the tabular form. Now, x into f, that means 0 into 2, we get 0. 1 into 2, it's 2. Next 2 6 are 12, 3 5 are 15, 4 7 are 28, 5 5 are 25, 6 6 are 36, and 7 2 it is 14. Okay, 7 2 it is equal to 14 now. And what is the thing that I need to find out here? Now I need to find out summation f first. Now 2 plus 2, 4 plus 6, 10, 15, 22, 27, 27, 27 plus 6 is 33, 33 plus 2 is 35. So summation f is 35. Similarly, I need to add the values of f into x because I need to find out summation f into x. By adding that, I get the answer as 132. I got the answer as 132. Now, how do you find out a mean value? See, simply summation f into x. Our formula is summation f into x. That is 132 divided by summation f. That is divided by 35. 132 divided by 35, we'll get the answer as 3.7714. In statistic, while calculating, generally we go with the 4 decimal forms. Okay. This is how we try to find out the answer for any given data. Instead of C, I can find out this answer in the different way also. That means I can write 2 plus, that means 0 plus 0, 1 plus 1, 2 plus 2 plus 2 up to 6 times, 3 plus 3 plus 3 up to 5 times. What happens finally? Once divided with the total number of observations, that is 35. We have 35 number of observations. That means once if you write 0 for 2 times, 1 for 2 times, and similarly up to 7 for 2 times, we get total number of observations. Denominator is 35 here. Okay. Now let us have one more example of the same category, and actually we will not be concentrated only on the value. We have to come up with the conclusion of the problem. That is more important in statistics rather finding out the answer for that. Okay. Let us see the example number 2. The following is the frequency distribution of the number of telephone calls received in 245 successive 1 minutes of interval at an exchange. Now, number of calls and frequency of calls are given to us, and they're asking obtain mean number of calls per minute. Obtain mean number of calls per minute. Now let us see this. What is the information given to us? There is some distribution given to us, frequency distribution given to us of what number of telephone calls received in 245 successive 1 minute. That means, let us take an example. There is a telephone exchange where they do get calls over there. That means, let's take an example of call center. In call center, what happens? Usually customer call for the sake of their queries. Now, they have observed here, what they have observed, 245 successive minutes. That means every 1 minute, they are seeing that how many number of calls they have received. Starting from now, they have checked for 245 successive 1 minutes. For every 1 minute, they have counted how many number of calls they have got for that particular minute. In 245 successive minutes, they got 0 calls. That means they don't have any calls. In such way, how many number of minutes they were empty? They were empty for 14 minutes. That means for 14 minutes, they don't even have a single call. And they got only 1 call per minute. And how many such number of minutes are there? There are 21 minutes are there. Okay. That means for every minute, they got only one call. How many such number of minutes are there? 21 minutes. And see this 43. That means for every minute, they have got three calls. So that is means 43 minutes, they have got only 3 calls per minute. So that is how they have distributed this distribution. And what is the maximum number of calls they got? 7 calls per minute. 7 calls per minute. So how many such minutes they have attempted? 7 calls mean they have attempted 12 minutes. Okay. So by this information, tell us what is the mean number of calls they have attended per 1 minute. Per minute. Okay. So they are asking us to find out the mean. So they gave us x values and frequencies are given. What is the total frequency here? It is directly 245. Why? Because they themselves said that it is 245 successive minutes. Okay. Now by adding these frequencies also, you get the same answer as 245. Now let us multiply these values and get the answers to find out this. Okay. Summation f into x, 0 into 14 is 0 into 14 is 0. Next 1 into 21 is 21. Next 2 into 25 is 50. 3 into 43 is 129. Next 51 into 4. 51 into 4. 51 into 4 is 204. Next 40 into 5. 4 5s are 20. So it is 200. Next 6 into 39. It is 234. And next one is 12 into 7. The answer is 84. 12 sevens are 84. So now these are the values of f into x. By adding all these values, we get the answer as 922. Summation f into x is equal to 922. Okay. So what is the mean of this given distribution? Simply summation f into x divided by summation f, that is equal 922 divided by 245. So the answer is 3.76. The answer is 3.76. Now we are not concentrated about the value, we are concentrated only on the conclusion. That means what do we write? On the average, the telephone exchange is getting 3.76 calls per minute. On the average, the telephone exchange is getting 3.76 calls per minute. That is the conclusion we write for a given distribution. Okay.